2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight we'll see the Denver Nuggets playing against the Lakers in Los Angeles. And for Los Angeles, they're excited about this one and will be laying it all on the line. The intensity, palpable. Two top-caliber teams facing off on the hardwood to do battle. And we'll see LeBron James playing in this one. He's made no secret he wants to be the first billionaire athlete.
First?
With his off-court investments and partnerships, he seems poised to do it, Diesel.
Yeah, to
billionaire. Billionaire with a B.
That said, he's just not in it for himself. He's always finding ways to be number two.
Number two?
Of course.
Who's number one?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I get it. He also wants to own an NBA franchise, and that's not chump change.
Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, Charlotte Hornets, Michael Jordan. But it's amazing what he's been able to do, honestly, though, both on and off.
We are ready now for the opening tip-off, and for that we go to Kevin Harlan.
You're looking live and down at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. The setting for our broadcast tonight. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Jokic.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, LeBron James is closing in on the top 3 all-time list in scoring. LeBron said, "It's an honor," but he added, "Scoring has never been on my list of goals. Facilitating, rebounding, defending, getting block shots, and things of that nature always ranked above that." Kevin, he has filled up the box score for a long time.
He can impact the game in so many ways. DA, thank you. Clark, terrific defensive teams tonight, both highly ranked. What will the offenses have to do to get some scoring in this one?
Well, a few things. One, you've got to be patient. You've got to be ready and willing to make the extra pass. And then you also have to mix up what you do offensively. You don't want the defense to get a steady diet of what you're trying to do. Keep the defense off balance.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. And it's Jokic in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Davis is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's McGee in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Murray. That one goes. Count it. Murray's got the first points up on the board here for Denver.
He's super hard to guard is Jamal Murray because he's got all the shots, including recognizing when to use the floater.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Here's Caldwell-Pope. Shot clock at 5. Shoots it up. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Murray against LeBron. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Outside for Murray. Offline with his 3. Here's Los Angeles now. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. Looked like they were just going through the motions.
Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being. One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Here's Green, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And, you know, despite the bittersweet ending for the Nuggets, what a great year that team had. Won their division and finished second in the West. Outstanding season that had them falling out in the second round. But nonetheless, kudos to the Nuggets.
And the first one drops. Hey, Clark, and with the Nuggets, what a series it was against the Blazers.
And, you know, arguably, guys, I think the most exciting series of the postseason, a Game 7 and a 4 overtime game. I remember staying up. I couldn't believe that I continued to stay up for that game. It was just that good, even though the hour was late in the East. I think the Nuggets can keep their heads up high, and they're going to be a factor in the West going forward. And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
Now, here's Millsap. 11 points for him in that last game against Minnesota. For 3, Murray. Rebound by JaVale McGee.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers' history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
Denver shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Free throw, good. Jokic. Clark, here we are in midseason, and some teams have already exceeded early expectations, starting to show that they are the real deal.
Yeah, no fluke, and that's what we call validation. Again, you have such a long season early on. The schedule can work in your favor, but as we get to this point in the season, Kevin, teams are starting to show you who they really are, answering doubters, and it's got to be extremely satisfying when you prove folks wrong.
Absolutely. Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
Here's Harris following the basket by LeBron James. Now Murray. What a tremendous game he played against Minnesota.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
To the wing on the left. Near the three-point line, it's Millsap. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Millsap, this time with the catch and fire, showing off his versatility.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Davis, and it's slammed in by Davis.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air. With nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Now here is McGee, still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's Davis missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Murray against LeBron. Now here's Murray. Not a lot of room. Clock at 6. And there's Millsap. That's good on the assist by Jokic. 6 points for Millsap.
Hey, when you look at Jokic, forget about calling him a good passing big man. He's a great passer, period.
And here's McGee. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And James gets it to go.
Tell you what, that's something LeBron has really worked on a bunch. I mean, the three-point shot is a real weapon of his now.
Harris misses.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Barton against Caldwell Pope. Pass to Davis. Over Millsap. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
A brief check now of the stats for Barton. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. He's putting up about 14 points a night, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Here's Jokic. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Jokic has got 6.
Showing off that nice mid-range jumper. Jokic knows he has the green light to take these shots.
James misses. And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. They trail by 1. Last time they met was in Denver.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
Here's James following the basket by Paul Millsap. LeBron dishes to Davis. No good on the shot. Nuggets have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Passes it to Millsap. Now, here's Jokic. He had a big outing in that Timberwolves game as well. Green with the block. And the pass to James. Here is McGee. He's covered by Murray. James kicks to Davis. Buries it down low. He's got 10.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Barton outside. He can't get that one. Davis with some nice D. The Lakers in the lead. Here's Caldwell Pope. Barton with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Murray. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Caldwell Pope. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Green. And Quinn Cook subbed in for LeBron. Davis finds Howard. Lakers working the ball around now. Bradley against Morris. Bradley can't get it to go.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one on Davis.
And, you know, you look at Monte Morris, this former Iowa State Cyclone, really an ideal option as a backup point guard because he's efficient and gets a lot done in limited playing time.
The first one falls. And Morris Clark, a second-round pick in 2017. He came alive in his sophomore season.
I love the fact that he got his chance and he made the most of it, Kevin. He showed great poise and awareness, excellent in terms of his shot selection, and was highly productive as a scorer and playmaker off the bench.
Second free throw, no good. The Lakers trail. Here's Cook. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Now here's Beasley. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. As you're watching a game unfold, what characteristics do you look for in a great closer?
Obviously confidence, a real eagerness to make difference-making plays late, and somebody who can create his own shot if a play breaks down. I mean, that's essential.
That free throw missing.
You know, you can't help but love the way the Nuggets create on offense. This is a free-flowing, fun team to watch. A lot of movement and an excellent passing team. Second in the league in assists last year. Outstanding for a young basketball team.
And he sinks the second. And with the Nuggets, Clark, all those assists, even with a slow pace of play. That was something.
Yeah, you know what? I agree, but they really were their best when they played up-tempo, I thought. It makes use of their home court advantage, gets the crowd involved. But really, guys, it was the passing. They play with such a high IQ and have so many good playmakers. It's beautiful to watch.
Here's Caruso. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Beasley up top. Morris outside. Back to Beasley. Pass to Craig. Shoots over Bradley. Here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
The Lakers with the ball. The Nuggets getting the bucket, and he recovers it. Here's Caruso. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Beasley with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away.
Here is Cook, covered by Morris. Lobbed up there for Howard. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Great timing and recognition as Howard is able to go up for the alley-oop.
Now, here is Morris. He's tightly guarded. It's not going to go for him. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Fires the three. Craig pulls it in. Denver in the lead. Morris inside, guarded by Bradley. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Kuzma. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Craig passes to Beasley. Now, here is Morris. Here's Craig. Beasley outside. Denver needs to get off his shot. Here's Plumlee. Off target with the fadeaway.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
The shot's good from Kuzma.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Clock management, this is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
In the foul on Avery Bradley. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the first. Back to Morris. High arcing shot, and it's sent back by Howard. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. On the clock. Bradley kicks to Howard. Outside Rondo. A floater, and it's good on the way in. And the Lakers lead by 1.
And at his best is Rondo when he's attacking in the paint. Beautiful little floater there. Easy to get it up and over the defense.
Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for Los Angeles. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come back right after this. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. Like that is the thing I play. Like when I know 4, 6, 7 years old, I don't know. Like basketball is always in my life. That like I think it's passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got Bradley. Howard is out there with Kyle Kuzma. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Caruso in at the shooting guard position. Rondo shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the Lakers last season going against the grain to surround LeBron James with playmakers, not shooters. And many criticized that move.
And, you know, guys, you look at it, LeBron is at his very best with the ball in his hands, which means he needs room to attack the lane. It's clear that a course correction was needed.
free throw drops for Rondo. Mark, the level of nuance and the footwork that keeps evolving every few years. Talk about the changes that you have seen from the time you've played to the exquisite footwork we see now.
Well, you know, some of my peers would say that these guys are being allowed to walk and have it talked about as good footwork. So you work with Reggie and other guys, and I hear them all the time saying guys are getting away with carrying the ball and so forth. But the footwork is pretty good. I mean, when you think about it, the step-back three-point shot, the ability to make plays off the dribble, all attributed to footwork. I think it's just an evolution of the game. As players see more and more of excellent work on the court, they're able to emulate it a lot sooner and a lot better.
So it's the Lakers now. Denver able to drain the three. Outside Bradley. Here's Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
To me, this is Howard's specialty. This is his bread and butter thing here. We all know this guy loves to throw it down whenever he can, and he's pretty good at it.
Now, here is Morris. 7 points in the game. The 9-foot shot. Here's Plumlee. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Dwight Howard.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and they've also balanced that, though, guys, with the attack off the bounce as well to get them some points.
That's good from Plumlee. And one area, Clark, that Mason Plumlee doesn't get enough credit in is his playmaking. He does a great job at that as a center.
I could not agree with you more. He's an outstanding passer, but when you're playing with Jokic, you sometimes get overlooked in terms of how well he passes it. But he does a good job and is really solid off the bench. Plumlee moves well, he's active, and he's a rim protector defensively, too.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And, you know, with LeBron coming to L.A., the Lakers trying to speed up their timeline. I mean, the roster never quite got gelled. The end result, LeBron's first time outside the playoffs since 2005, which was his second season as a pro. That's a remarkable, remarkable run.
The Nuggets with another miss.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Bradley passes to James. And they double up James. Pass to Howard. That one misses. And the Nuggets going the other way. And when you look back on LeBron's first year in Los Angeles, Clark, how would you rate it?
Well, I think a mild disappointment. But remember now, before he got hurt, they were 4 or 5 games above 500. But the injuries, some other drama, really changes in the front office, instability led to a disappointing and frustrating season.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Anthony Davis is checked in for Howard. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in for Avery Bradley. Lakers trail by 3. Rondo looking over the floor. 14 feet away, and there it is for him. And that's now 7 points for LeBron.
Analytics says that you should ignore the mid-range jumper. No, not with LeBron. With him shooting, I'll bank on any shot he takes.
Now here's Murray. To the inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You'd have to go far and wide to find any fan that doesn't enjoy watching Nikola Jokic play. This big fella is so smooth. He's got guard skills in a big man's body, and his game is so efficient. I love watching him work.
First one falls for him. And with Jokic, passing and playmaking, Clark, are his trademarks.
Well, I tell you what, the Joker, is some kind of special as a big guy. His passing and touch and field and shot making, he really impressed me with all of that. He does everything you want from a center on the offensive end of the court and does it in his own unique, special way. He's a delight to watch.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
And, you know, the potential the Joker has is exciting. Jokic, a big man who can score, pass, and rebound, and do all of those well.
Now here's LeBron. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
And he also controlled the backcourt as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
Caldwell Pope against Barton. The pass to Murray. Rebounded by the Lakers.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested. That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
The Nuggets trail by 3. Pass to Jokic. Pass to Harris. Passes to Millsap. The shot missing. And the Lakers going the other way now. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Monday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And when you look at the Kings matchup, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Now here's Murray. Following the miss by Paul Millsap. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Murray. James against Millsap. Here's Davis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Davis is really the total package. A mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
And the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
Well, the Nuggets were a surprise team to many last year, but they look poised to be good for a long time.
I could not agree with you more. They were the youngest team in the Western Conference, guys, in terms of the playoffs, and they've got a solid salary cap situation. This could be the start of a golden age for the Nuggets, pun intended.
Mark, I want to take you back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys. It's about trying to posterize them.
Any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor and you were out there as well saying, oh my goodness, look who I'm playing against tonight.
Well, when we first saw the Celtics and the Sixers, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell and Kevin McHale, and then the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those two teams, and Dr. J and Larry Bird in particular.
Here's LeBron following the score by Jamal Murray. James in the post. Millsap's there. James with the bucket. James has got the lead back up to 4 now for Los Angeles. Davis against Murray. He dishes it to Millsap. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You look at Paul Millsap, one of my favorite players. Came into the league after 3 years of college as an undersized power forward who has shown that he not only can rebound, but has become an all-star scorer, too.
And he makes the first. And year in and year out, Paul Millsap finds a way, Clark, to get it done.
He does, guys. I mean, he's just rock solid. An all-star player multiple times. All he does is help his team win, and he does it in ways beyond just scoring and rebounding. He can open up space with his shooting. He's an outstanding passer, and he's also good at the defensive end and picking people's pockets.
All free throws good for Millsap. And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis. For a time, Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
Here's Murray after the basket by Los Angeles. And Denver decides to take their first time out here. Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior. And here's a look at some numbers for James. Just an incredible month of basketball. Averaging about 26 points per, 10 assists, and 7 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Now here's Murray. 10 points for him. There's the triple. LeBron grabs the miss.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Now here's Murray. Good D by James.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. A reverse, and Davis gets it to go.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Murray surveying the D. They get a hand on it. Davis against Jokic. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. It's a 10-point game. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Here's Green. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Millsap's against James. Davis up top. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got his 5th assist in this one.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Denver calls timeout.
And you look at how the Nuggets have become the team they are, a lot has to do with player development.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Denver has done a great job in the draft. Identify talent, stick to your guns in choosing that talent, then build it, develop it. Their front office has been fantastic.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Los Angeles. Alex Caruso comes in for Green. Big group substitution here for Denver. Plumlee is checked in for Jokic. Jeremy Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Will Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Gary Harris. Now here's Murray. He's got 10. For Denver, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. He misses the free throw.
And, you know, Grant, a second-round pick, has worked hard for his minutes in the NBA. He's an exceptional athlete who plays with a real edge, a bit of a chip on his shoulder.
And the Lakers making a change here. Howard's checked in, and Denver also making a switch. Beasley's checked in for Murray. And the second free throw, good. Here is Cook. Now the pass to Caruso. Back to Cook. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Now, here is Morris. Tight defense on him. The teardrop falls in. Morris has got his third bucket of the night.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Caruso, the pass to Howard. Jacks up a three. Caruso, no good. The Nuggets trail by 9. Here's Craig, and again it's Denver.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Kuzma outside. Pass to Davis. Here's Caruso from outside the arc. Rebound by the Nuggets. Plumlee's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Grant. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And now it's only a 5-point Los Angeles lead. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Back to Cook. Davis kicks to Cook. 5 on the clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a look at this season's stingiest defensive teams. The Lakers, number 1.
And sometimes a team will get one guy who can block. Other times a guy finds ways to get others involved in blocking. It can be contagious. If he can do it, why not me? Then all of a sudden you look up and you're leading the league in blocks.
That's good from Cook.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
And so Cook nails both of them. The Nuggets trail by 7. Beasley, the pass to Grant. Here's Craig, and the wide-open shot from Morris. Buries it from three-point range. Morris has got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, you know, the second period's been much more kind to him than the first. I mean, let's see if he can keep it going and maintain this.
Outside, Davis. The three. Craig pulls it in.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that three a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Pass to Davis. Back to Cook from deep three-point range, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for Los Angeles. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
I mean, they was important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got our offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket and just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. A tremendous game we're seeing from Anthony Davis. He had 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist. His great performance last game out seemed to carry right over into tonight. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they've been pounding. I mean, pounding it in the paint. Not just taking the first three-pointer when it came across. That keeps the defense on its toes.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more of the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that three. It's not going.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge.
Man, what a season it was for the Nuggets and Coach Mike Malone. He helped the Nuggets move into elite status in the West. You know, they went from out of the playoffs in 2018 to second in the West in 2019.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. And Clark, the media recognizing Malone by naming him a Coach of the Year finalist.
Well, you think about the way the Nuggets defense improved last year. It's testimony to Mike Malone and his attention to detail, particularly at the defensive end. The roster's all in on Malone as their leader, and that means the Nuggets are going to be a force for a while.
That's good from Harris.
His improvement each year in the league is impressive. Harris knows his role is to score the ball, and he does it well.
Both good from the line that time.
I love the way Gary Harris has played early in his career, but I think last season was solid, but a step back from what he was hoping for. His scoring and shooting dipped, and he just couldn't seem to find the consistency that he wanted all season long.
And McGee kicks to Davis. LeBron against Murray. From deep, Green. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got his 6th assist on the night.
And Green is a world-class sniper, laser, an excellent shooter. Great at getting his puppy set on these shots from deep.
Jokic, no good. And for Harris, not the way he wanted to start the first year of his 4-year deal.
And, you know, given that he was in and out of the lineup and fighting injuries, I don't think it's something that he should worry about. I mean, Harris is still an outstanding player. He's got tremendous upside, and I think he's going to be outstanding as he grows in the league.
Here's Jokic, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Passes it to Jokic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nikola Jokic has great size and mobility. He's very good at forcing the defense's hand and drawing the foul.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. Free throw, good. Jokic. He doesn't get the second one.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Now here's Murray. He's got 10. To the wing right side. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
Denver calls timeout.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Now we get a chance to view the NBA leaders in assists. LeBron James, number 1.
It's hard to argue with his status as the best passer in the NBA right now. He just distributes the ball so well.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. But he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Lakers on offense. They're on a 10-1 run. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Harris outside. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Davis against Murray. Shot clock at 6. McGee with the block.
Boy, an awful beginning to this half, guys, missing their first 4 attempts.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Murray with the bounce pass. Here's Jokic. McGee with the block.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now here's Barton. After the miss from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Barton finds Millsap over Caldwell-Pope, and Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Barton. And that's 12 points for Paul Millsap. And here's the Lakers. They're on a 14-3 run. And they double up LeBron. Out to the wing. Feeds to Davis. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Paul Millsap picks one up. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Lakers.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
And the first one at the line is good. And Los Angeles with some changes. Bradley comes in for Danny Green. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Caldwell-Pope. Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Now Murray. He's got 10. Millsap looking it over. A floater. He lays it in. Millsap's got 4 points this quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today. But he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now here's James. 13 points in the game. And they double up James. Outside Bradley. Rondo kicks to James. 6 to shoot. Back to Rondo. From the arc. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And that's now 6 points for Rajon Rondo. The Nuggets trail by 16. The pass to Jokic. Shoots over McGee. And that one goes long.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
It's Bradley on the wing, guarded by Harris. This one for 3. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, you look at McGee and the career resurgence he's undergone, guys, outstanding. I mean, when he's been in the right situation, he's been very effective.
It's his first trip to the line. That one is off. Well, Clark, at the college level, a coach was recently offered a lifetime contract. Think we'll ever see that in the NBA?
Well, you can't quite say never.
Right.
I said in college basketball, I never thought in my lifetime I'd see a 16 beat a 1 seed.
Right.
So never say never, but it's not going to happen.
Well, but you've got a lifetime contract doing this, so I guess it does happen in some quadrants.
Well, you got information that I don't have.
Now here's Murray. He's got 10.
Millsap is a quiet kind of a guy, but I like seeing him take over offensively, and he can be streaky after he connects on a few, though. You know he's in the zone.
LeBron against Barton. Inside, Davis, and finished off by Davis.
An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Rondo against Murray. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on JaVale McGee. Well, Clark, one thing you have to respect about Jamal Murray is how intense of a competitor he is.
And you can't substitute competitive spirit, Kevin. It's a great attribute to have, and you see that in how he's improved his game year to year. I mean, he loves being in the spotlight, going up against the game's big-name guards, and he doesn't shy away at all. That's a credit to him.
The first one falls.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Anthony Davis. And so Murray nails both of them. And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making. When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now here's Murray. He's got 12. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. No good off the back of the rim.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
The Nuggets with another miss.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Pass to Rondo. Bradley with the ball. He's covered by Murray. And Bradley gets it to go on the assist by Rondo.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball after Avery Bradley was able to get the triple. Here's Craig. Knocks down the step-back Jay.
And the D just a step slow reacting to the step back.
James outside. And they double up James. And here's Bradley from 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Dishes it to Barton. Kicks it to Murray. Jokic against McGee. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. A go-to scorer's mentality for Kyle Kuzma. Clark, he's got a wide array of shots at his disposal.
Well, I don't know if there's a more versatile scorer as a young player in the league than Kuzma. He's got the turnaround jumper, the sky hook, step backs, drives it aggressively. Boy, he has got a lot in that book bag of his.
First free throw is good.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Alex Caruso in for Rajon Rondo. Denver also making some changes. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Millsap. Malik Beasley comes in for Will Barton. And Morris subbed in for Murray. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Caruso. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. To the paint, Jokic with the steal. Here's Craig, guarded by Kuzma. Morris outside. It's Jokic top of the key. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Jokic has got 14 points for the game. Lakers leading by 19. James, the bounce pass. Kuzma can't get it to go.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
The feed to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
You know what? When you allow Grant to get close to the rim, you risk seeing him give you a facial right in your grill. I mean, tremendous athleticism from the Syracuse alum.
Bradley deciding where to go with it. Pass to James. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 17.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
Tough shot that time by Jokic, finishing through contact. Great display of power and strength by Nikola Jokic.
Caruso, no good. The Nuggets trail by 17. Beasley outside. Morris outside. Back to Beasley. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by James. Lobbed up there for Howard. It's stolen by Morris. Taken away. The wide open look here for Kuzma. Denver grabs the miss. Beasley outside. Passes it to Jokic. Clock at 6. Shoots over Kuzma. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Boy, you're playing with fire anytime you leave somebody open on James' team. I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
Now, here is Morris. He's got 12. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Grant's got 7.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
The pass to James. Here's Caruso. He's covered by Grant. They get it again. LeBron kicks to Howard. From down in the low post, it goes. Howard's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
The offensive rebound. To the middle. And finished off by LeBron.
And, you come to expect this type of play from LeBron. I mean, he's relentless when he's in attack mode.
And here's Morris for 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Los Angeles with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The Nuggets trail by 21. LeBron James is out there with Green. Then there's Howard. And it's Cook in at the point. That's the Laker 5. And the basket by Harris.
You can tell Gary Harris is thinking of firing that shot even as the pass is coming his way.
James against Grant. Out to the right wing. Here's Howard. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Lakers lead by 20.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Down low. That's tipped. Plumlee makes it off the glass.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
And so it's the Lakers with it. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. It's good. James has got 12 points here in the second half.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Now here is Harris. Clark, when you think of athleticism specifically, talk about the changes athletically we've seen in the league, say, since the 80s.
It's dramatically different. I mean, there have been tremendous athletes through every decade of the league's existence, but it's gotten better with improved training and more knowledge about the anatomy of the body and how to enhance its performance. But now it seems like great athletes are, a dime a dozen versus 8 to a dozen back in the 80s.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Shot clock at 6. Cans the 12-footer.
Harris, a decent ball handler, continues to work at improving that part of his game.
Over to the left wing. Fires from deep. The Lakers get it back in a new 14.
Even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Here's Craig. Pass to Harris. The tray. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 5th rebound in this one. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And last season, really not a fun one for Dwight Howard as he missed a lot of time. A lot of games left on the table by him as he has battled those back issues.
That's good from Howard. And with Howard, his presence was missed in the lineup last year due to injuries.
And Howard isn't what he once was, but he can still make a difference on the floor. That size and rebounding really hard to replace on a team by just one player.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Davis is checked in for James, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Alex Caruso. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying. And if you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. And it's Cook with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Caldwell Pope outside. A three-pointer off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 19. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Clark, one thing that makes Will Barton so good is that he fits right in among any group of players.
And I like the pace he plays with, guys. He doesn't seem to force the issue. He lets the game come to him, and when he has opportunities to explode, he usually does. He's always moving. He's active at both ends. He's a high-quality performer.
First one falls for him.
Yeah, I've got mad respect for the way Barton carries himself. I mean, he's a terrific teammate. He does everything he can to impact winning.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. And Denver with a change here, too. Millsap's checked in. All free throws good from Barton. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Cook, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Back to Cook. Outside, Green. Here's Davis. Tries again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee. That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. The Nuggets trail by 18. And here is Murray. And he gets the bucket.
You know, when Murray finishes like this, guys, it shows you how aggressive his mindset is in attacking the defense.
Here is Cook. He's covered by Murray. Caldwell Pope passes to Davis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Davis has got 10 points here in the second half.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Caldwell Pope against Barton. In the corner, it's Harris. Just 5 on the clock. He wants to get to Millsap and does. McGee with the block. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Los Angeles leading by 18. Cook kicks to Davis. Caldwell Pope outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Yeah, you got to be careful how you defend Caldwell Pope because he's got great speed and he knows how to use it to draw contact.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope.
Kentavious Caldwell Pope, his defensive quickness sets him apart.
and Caldwell Pope drops them both. Mark, we hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits to participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall I think it's pretty solid.
Now here's Green following the miss by Jamal Murray. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And that one's good. Millsap.
That's what we call weight room there. I mean, Millsap showing how strong he is finishing through contact.
Outside, Davis. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Harris's shot is off.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
Now, here's Millsap. Plumlee, the pass to Murray. For three, that will fall for his 7th bucket, 7 for 15 in this game.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Here's Cook. A second chance effort, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Jokic is checked in. Clark, you and I are amazed at how the global interest of the NBA has just gone through the roof. The league has made a lot of right moves, I think, in this era.
They sure have, Kevin. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, the international reach through what coaches in this country have done in teaching the game and promoting the game. Not just coaches, but players as well. I think there's something about the game of basketball that just really transcends cultures. The pace of the game, the personality of the players, the creativity of the game, all of that lends itself to being so popular globally.
Here's Caldwell Pope following the basket by Jokic. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Pretty cool to see Millsap turn shots back. I mean, he's a mobile, athletic, big man who is taking pride in his defensive work.
Now here is Harris. Here's Jokic. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. James checked in for the Lakers. Five to shoot. Millsap against Davis. Millsap misses.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And LeBron James, Clark, climbing the all-time scoring list. Last season passing Michael Jordan. This season, Kobe Bryant. Clark, any chance LeBron someday passes another Laker great, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, for the most career points in NBA history?
I think it's simply a matter of his health, because if he stays healthy, then it's not if, but when. By the time his contract runs out, guys, in 2022, he'll be right in that neighborhood of my all-time favorite player, and I think the greatest player to play, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Still playing at an MVP level, LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
Man,
his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Man, you got to respect and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
Now here's Murray. The Nuggets with another miss.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with him.
And it's McGee with the jam.
And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
Millsap up top. Clark, do you think we in the media overemphasize championship rings when talking about an individual player's legacy?
Yeah, I think when you talk about an individual player's legacy, a player can be a champion without a championship ring. I know there's another level of champion which includes a championship ring, and sometimes it gets distorted in my estimation because an individual only has so much impact on a team being a championship team. There are no individual team champions. Teams win championships. Being a key player or a role player on a championship team is certainly worthy of recognition and being held in high esteem, but I don't like to see championship caliber players being diminished in the court of public opinion because they didn't win a team championship ring.
Like Stockton and Malone.
Exactly. You could go down the list, a number of guys who just weren't, for whatever reason, able to get the ultimate in a team championship, but had championship Hall of Fame careers.
Here's James following the basket by Jokic. Pass to McGee. James in the post. He's covered by Murray. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And the first one drops. But for a while now, you and I were just talking, we've had a rule that a team cannot go without a first-round pick in consecutive years. Could it be time to lift that restriction?
I certainly wouldn't mind discussing lifting the restriction, but I like it as it is on the books because it does lend itself, I think, to competitive balance. And that's important in the strength of a league.
Both free throws good from McGee. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Rondo against Morris. And the layup's good off the glass. Daniels with it. He kicks to Rondo. Back to Daniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porter with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Porter's running.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And I felt like by making those sharp in-game adjustments, they've really taken control of this season series now. This win will move them to 2-0 on the season with 2 left to play against the Nuggets.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for LeBron.
Well, I thought he was their catalyst tonight, guys. Moving the rock, actively looking to set other guys up. Outstanding work.
Here's Porter and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And Howard, here we go. Plumlee with the rebound. Morris outside. Teardrop shot. The shot, no good. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. AD, it looked like you guys were having some fun out there. Is there a new dynamic coming up offensively?
No, we just don't care who scored the ball. You know, the ball movement was great. Everybody's rebounding and talking. So when we play like that, it's fun to watch. You know, and everybody out there having fun, smiling, a lot of emotion. That's all we ask. That's all Coach asked for, and we did that tonight.
Good win tonight, AD. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.